Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Giants. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
On the double.
5-36. And watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Throwing on first down, Jones. And his first pass is incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, but it'll be second down.
So they look like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
He's got his man. This is Tate.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So they say we'll let that completed pass stand, and we'll bring up third down instead as they decline it.
So they're comfortable with the yardage. The big thing to them is what you pointed out, getting it to third down and making the play there.
Now Jones, and that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10.
On the set. Hey, zoom. Yo. Get. He's crossing.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Hey, watch the ball.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down. A look at the starters down the defensive side of the ball for the Giants. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
He's got his man here. It's Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. On the carry, it's McAllister. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
And New York set to take the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play the best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't make any mistakes either. Off you go.
Now Saquon Barkley, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Ready? 30 base.
Right there, 54 Mike. Here we go, here we go. Check.
Let's go.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell.
Ready?
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Get it. Fight.
Jones operating from the gun. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Here we go.
10 yards, good for a giant first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Come on, set.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
What we got? Snap.
This is Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
We got this.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
10 logo.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And it's caught. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mixon. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
Go! 60 or.
Yeah, let's get set.
Get it ready!
They'll look to throw. Open man is Uzomah. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On the delay, it's Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll drop to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go. Let's go.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Holding offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's due to time constraints. We move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. 26 yards on the play there. They'll run here with McAllister. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 40-yard line. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were lifting their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
60 out.
Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. He completes it to Tate. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
The first down pass. No gain on the play.
After review of the play.
And the challenge pays dividends. The ref overturns the play.
Everyone gets a bonus on this one, Brandon. The coach upstairs who signaled down and said challenge it, and the head coach for pulling the red flag.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 16.
30 base.
I got you. I got you.
First and 10 at the 6.
On the draw, this is Barkley. He can't get him down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down.
Right there, 54, right there, right there. 54, Mike.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place. Runs and give you a little more space.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Back to Mixon on first down. And now running right through it. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Point after here coming up. Oh, this is blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. They come out here in the I. Here's another first and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. Throwing Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
That's right. Get off the train tracks, baby. Get off the train
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
On second and goal, Jones, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. From making this a 3-point game. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. And he works free. Still, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 77 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Yeah. Ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20. And a first down. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
So the call stands. Now they're out of challenges. What do you think about that? Do you wish that they had an unlimited amount?
No, I don't, because if they have unlimited challenges, we will be here all night because every call will get challenged. I like the strategy of determining when is the right time to make the challenge by the head coach.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the play fake. Jones. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Jones now 12 of 15 throwing the ball. 80% so far, and it's first and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down. Again, it's Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. The Giants on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. On third down, Barkley. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Let's go!
The Bengals drive about to get going. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now Mixon takes this to the 45. Not much space there after the nice move. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Motion, check. Shift.
Now they run with Mixon. And he's going to be met at about the 43. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. This is Mixon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it. And now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Back to throw. To Barkley on the check down. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down. Back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
We got this.
And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for it?
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Geno Atkins got home that time. Jones signaling, let's go, trying to get his guys up to the line. That's complete to Gallman. Oh, no, he lost the football. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating. Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake. Yep, the opportunity squashed. The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory. I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that.